Being a caregiver abroad is a fulfilling career path that offers the opportunity to provide essential care to individuals in need while also experiencing life in a different country. However, to successfully pursue this career, it is very important to understand qualifications and certifications required in the country where you intend to work. Hi explorers, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, consider subscribing, turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be notified of a new video, and don't forget to like if you find this video helpful. Each country has its own set of standards, and meeting these requirements is very important. It is the key for ensuring that you are legally eligible to work as a caregiver and can provide the highest level of care. This video will explain the top qualifications and certifications needed to work as a caregiver abroad and how to obtain them. The first one is basic caregiver training. Basic caregiver training is often the minimum requirement for everyone looking to enter the caregiving profession, whether domestically or internationally. This training typically covers essential caregiving skills, including personal care, mobility assistance, meal preparation, and basic first aid. The training might also include modules on communication skills, understanding patients' rights, and dealing with a challenging behavior. In many countries, caregiver training programs are available through community colleges, vocational schools, and online platforms. These programs may last from a few weeks to several months, depending on the depth of the curriculum. Completing a basic caregiver training program not only provides you with the necessary skills, but also demonstrates your commitment, your ability to the profession, which is attractive to potential employers. When considering working abroad, it's important to ensure that the caregiver training you receive is recognized internationally or meets the standard of the country you wish to work in. Some countries have specific requirements or prefer certifications from certain institutions, so it's wise to research this before enrolling in a training program. The second one is CPR and first aid certification, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation. CPR and first aid certification are mostly mandatory for caregivers as they equip you with the skills needed to respond to medical emergencies. These certifications demonstrate your ability to handle situations where immediate medical attention is required, such as when a patient is choking, experiencing a heart attack, or suffering from a severe injury. CPR and first aid courses are typically offered by organizations like the Red Cross Society, St. John Ambulance, or similar institutions worldwide. These courses generally take a few hours to complete and include both theoretical and practical components. You will learn how to perform CPR on adults, children, and infants, as well as how to use an automated external defibrillator (AED). First aid training will cover a wide range of emergency situations, including burns, fractures, and allergic reaction. In many countries, CPR and first aid certifications must be renewed every 2 years, but in Nigeria it is 3 years to ensure that caregivers remain up to date with the latest practices and techniques. When planning to work abroad, it is important to ensure that your certification is from a recognized institution and is current. The third one is specialized caregiver training. Depending on the population you plan to work with, specialized caregiver training may be required or highly beneficial. For example, if you intend to work with elderly individuals, those with disabilities, or patients with specific medical conditions, additional training in this area can enhance your qualifications. Training like these are elderly care. Training in elderly care, often referred to as dementia care, fall prevention, mobility support, and chronic disease management. Given the global aging population, this specialization is in high demand in many countries. The next one is disability care. If you plan to work with individuals with physical or intellectual disabilities, training in disability care is essential. This training covers how to assist with daily living activities, manage behavioral challenges, and use adaptive equipment. Understanding how to provide person-centered care and support independence is a key component of this training. Another one is palliative care. Palliative care training is very important for caregivers working with patients who have serious life-limiting illnesses. This training focuses on providing comfort, managing pain, and support both the patient and their family emotionally and spiritually during the end of life process. Specialized training programs are available through various educational institutions, professional associations, and healthcare organizations. Some countries may have specific certifications for these specialties, so it's important to research the requirements in the country where you plan to work. Number 4 certification is the National or International Caregiver certification. In addition to the basic training and specialized courses, some countries require caregivers to obtain a national or internationally recognized certification. This certification is often a formal acknowledgement that you have met the country's standards for caregiving. Talking about the national certification, some countries like the United States require caregivers to obtain certification through state-approved programs. In the US, for example, caregivers may need to become a certified nursing assistant, the CNA, home health aide, or personal care aide, depending on the state and the specific job. These certifications typically requires completing a state-approved training program and passing a competency exam. Another one is international certification. For caregivers looking to work abroad, obtaining an internationally recognized certification can be advantageous. For instance, the International Caregiver certification from the International Association for Healthcare Security and Safety, IAHSS, is recognized in several countries. Such certification demonstrates a high level of competency and commitment to professional development, making you a more attractive candidate to employers abroad. When considering certification, it's very important to research the specific requirements of the country where you intend to work. Some countries may require additional steps such as language proficiency tests or background checks to validate your certification. The fifth thing you should look out for is the language proficiency. Effective communication is a cornerstone of quality caregiving, making language proficiency a vital qualification for working abroad. If you plan to work in a country where the primary language is different from your native tongue, demonstrating language proficiency is often required. Many countries require foreign caregivers to pass a language proficiency test as part of the visa or work permit application process. For example, the International English Language Test System (IELTS) or the Test of English as a Foreign Language (TOEFL) is commonly required for caregivers seeking to work in English-speaking countries. Similarly, if you are planning to work in a non-English speaking country, you may need to take a language test specific to that language, such as DCM for French speaking countries. Let's talk about language courses. If you are not yet proficient in the language of the country you wish to work in, it is advisable to take language courses before applying for jobs. Many countries offer language classes through universities, online platforms, or community centers. Some employers may also provide language training. as part of your orientation. Proficiency in local language not only improve your ability to perform caregiving tasks, but also helps you integrate into the community and build relationship with the individuals you care for and their families. And number 6 is background check and health screening. Many countries requires their caregivers to undergo background checks and health screening before they can be employed. These checks are important for ensuring the safety and well-being of vulnerable populations, such as elderly, children, and individuals with disabilities. And the first one is criminal background check. A clean criminal record is often a prerequisite for working as a caregiver abroad. You may be required to provide a police clearance certificate from your own country and any other country where you lived for an extended period. This certificate should demonstrate that you have no criminal history that would disqualify you from working with vulnerable populations. Another one is health screening. Health screenings are another common requirement, particularly in countries with stringent public health regulations. You may be required to undergo a medical examination to ensure that you are in good health and free from communicable diseases. Some countries may also require proof of vaccinations, particularly for diseases like tuberculosis, hepatitis, and influenza. Completing these checks and screening is a critical step in the application process. It's important to factor in the time and cost involved. The seventh thing is experience and references. While not always a formal requirement, having relevant experience and strong references can significantly enhance your qualifications when applying for caregiving positions abroad. Experience shows that you have practical knowledge and skills in caregiving, which can be particularly important in competitive job market. Gaining experience. If you are new to caregiving, consider gaining experience through volunteer works, internships, or entry level caregiving position in your own country. Working in a variety of settings such as home care, assisted living facilities, or hospitals can give you a well-rounded skill set and make you more appealing to international employers. Providing references. Employers abroad may ask for references from previous employers, instructors, or colleagues who can attest to your caregiving abilities and work ethics. Having strong positive references can be a deciding factor in securing a caregiving job, especially if the employer has multiple candidates to choose from. When applying for positions, be sure to provide references who are familiar with your work and can speak to your qualifications. It's also a good idea to let your references know that they may be contacted by potential employers. Number 8 is continuous professional development. The field of caregiving is constantly evolving, with new techniques, technologies, and best practices emerging regularly. Engaging in continuous professional development (CPD) is essential for maintaining your qualifications and staying competitive in the job market. Attending workshops and seminars. Many countries offer workshops, seminars, and conferences focused on caregiving and related fields. The events provide opportunities to learn about the latest developments in caregiving, network with other professionals, and gain new skills. Attending these events can also demonstrate your commitment to professional growth, which is appealing to employers. Online courses and certifications. Online platforms such as Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning offers a wide range of courses relevant to caregivers. These courses can cover topics like advanced caregiving techniques, mental health care, and patient communication. Completing online courses can help you stay current with industry trends and enhance your qualifications. Another thing is joining professional organizations, becoming a member of professional organizations such as the International Association for Healthcare Security and Safety or the National Association for Home Care and Hospice can provide access to resources, training opportunities, and a community of fellow caregivers. These organizations often offer certifications, programs, continuing education, and networking opportunities that can be beneficial for your career. Number 9 is cultural competence and adaptability. Working as a caregiver abroad requires not only technical skills but also cultural competency and adaptability. Being able to understand and respect the cultural values, beliefs, and practices of the people you care for is very important in providing effective and compassionate care. And here we can see cultural competency training. Some countries or employers may offer cultural competence training to help caregiver understand the cultural context in which they will be working. This training can cover topics such as cultural norms, religious practices, and communication styles. Gaining cultural competence is important for building trust and rapport with patients and their families. Another one is personal adaptability. Moving to a new country and adapting to a different culture can be challenging, but it's also an opportunity for personal growth. Being open-minded, flexible, and willing to learn from new experiences can help you thrive in your new environment. Employers often value caregivers who demonstrate resilience and a positive attitude in face of change. Number 10, which is the last one, legal and ethical knowledge. Understanding the legal and ethical aspects of caregiving is important for ensuring that you provide care in a manner that is both lawful and morally sound. This knowledge is particularly important when working abroad, as legal and ethics standards can vary between countries. I'm sure you don't want to be arrested for silly misunderstanding. Legal requirements. Caregivers must be familiar with the legal requirements related to patient care, privacy, and consent in the country where they work. This may include understanding the rights of patients, mandatory reporting laws, and the legal responsibilities of caregivers. Employers may provide training on these topics, but it is also important to conduct your own research to ensure compliance. Another one is ethical standards. Ethical caregiving involves respecting the dignity, autonomy, and rights of the individual you care for. This includes maintaining confidentiality, obtaining informed consent, and providing care that is in the best interest of the patient. Ethical dilemmas can arise in caregiving, and it's important to be prepared to navigate these situations in a way that aligns with both your professional responsibilities and the ethical standards of the country where you work. To round it all up, working as a caregiver abroad is a rewarding and enriching experience, but it requires careful preparation and the right qualifications. By obtaining the necessary training, certifications, and experience, you can ensure that you are well equipped to provide high quality care in foreign country. In addition, understanding the legal, ethical, and cultural aspects of caregiving abroad will help you to succeed in your career and make a positive impact in the life of those you care for. With the right qualifications and a commitment to continuous professional development, you can embark on a successful and fulfilling caregiving career abroad. That's a wrap for today. I hope you learned something. If you do, I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Kindly like this video to help reach out to others who are in need of it. Share with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not. I'll see you in my